My name is Paul Giroux and I'm the City Forester here at the City of Windsor. We are here today at Micmac Park, a beautiful park home to many majestic native oak trees. And here we're going to talk about tree planting. First thing you want to really do is assess the site. Look at where you want to plant the tree. Is it an open site? Is it in close proximity to buildings? Will there be enough room for this tree to grow and be the tree that it can be? I like this spot here because this is a tulip tree that we're planting, and tulip trees need full sun. So this is kind of a gap, an opening between the oak trees. So we're going to have pretty good sun here. So we think this is a good place for this tulip tree to grow. We have a beautiful sandy loam here. It's sandy, but at the same time, it's still clumps. We can still make a fist with the soil, which tells us that we have nice organic matter in the soil to help retain the moisture. So we're going to start planting this tree. This is the fun part. You really should be digging a hole that's double the size. So a 12-inch pot would go in a hole that's 24 inches across. Sometimes trees growing in a pot have a tendency to curl and grow in a circle. We want to break up those circling roots by just taking our fingers and kind of pushing them out straight. So you want to make sure that it's kind of nice and uniform and square at the bottom so that the tree sits nicely. Okay, now that we have the hole, we're going to measure for depth. Look at that, we're a little bit too deep. And the reason why I say it's too deep is that every tree has a root flare. It's really important that the root flare remain above grade. If you look at all these mature oak trees, you can see where the trunk hits the lawn, it has that root flare. Sometimes you can take your shovel and you can take a look at that root flare right here, and right now we're a little bit too deep. I would rather see that tree perched up maybe even an inch above grade, knowing that over time the tree will settle. This is very important. It's nice to get it right the first time. Bring the tree back down. Straight, make sure it's straight. Look at it. Take your shovel, do a little test. You can see that the root flare looks to be about right. So we start taking our soil that we took out of the hole and we can start putting it down. It's not necessary, but it's often a good idea when you're planting to the tree to amend the soil with a three-way mix or compost. One final tamp. And most importantly, you want a nice, good quality mulch. They usually come in bags. 4 to 6 inches of mulch is critical. It helps retain the soil in the moisture. It keeps the weeds and the grasses from competing with the tree. And the mulch keeps the machines away from striking the bark. It's very important that you protect the tree after planting. Repeatedly striking the bark with your machine or your weed whipper can injure the bark, disease can set in, and the tree can slowly die. So putting this on gives that tree that extra protection. And I would say leave it on for about 3 years, and then the bark will be thick enough that it could withstand any mishaps. And the tree in the beginning is going to be very thirsty and it's going to need a lot of water. So watering 2 to 3 times a week for the first month or so is great. So there you have it, a little bit of a tree planting demonstration for you today on how to plant potted trees. We hope you found it helpful. Here at the City of Windsor, we love to plant trees. We love to protect the urban forest that we have. We love to enhance our canopy cover. If you think there might be a tree planting opportunity in front of your house on city right of way, please call 311. We'd be happy to meet with you, take a look at your request, and see if it's a good fit for tree planting. Have a great day.